Hello, Boro fans, Boro Fan TV, how's it going? You're joined with your boy A.J.T tonight, the day after the Stoke City game. So, of course, today I'm going to bring you a little bit of player ratings and then obviously give you a reason to why I picked this rating for this in particular player. If you do not agree with the rating that I give any player, obviously from Boro's side yesterday in the game, please comment down below. Let me know the player you're not happy with, or just let me know any player in general and leave a rating next to it. And obviously explain your reason to why you give that player that rating. I've actually got one player that I rated man of the match, so he's the highest rated. And I've got a few, or actually only one, no, three, including the subs. Of course, Tav and Wing, they both get put on 6 because this I know they came on for maybe, well, I know Wing came on 73rd minute. And Tavernier came on the 65th, but I'm not going to really rate him because, you know, they had less than half an hour each on the pitch. So, them two for me only get a 6, and that's just like a bog standard 6. It doesn't really mean much. But if you go through the 11 that started, in terms of yesterday's game, as we all know, it ended 0-0. I would say I'm happy with the point, if I'm honest. You know, obviously, you know, if you guys aren't happy, let me know in the comment section down below. But I am genuinely happy with the 0-0. I thought Boro, yes. Okay, the frustrating thing is that John Hugo should have got the 1-on-1. And, yeah, okay, there's a couple of substitutions that I didn't agree with either, like Martin Brayford getting pulled out. That one for me, mind-boggled me. I didn't understand that one. I thought the only player that maybe I didn't rate highly yesterday was obviously inside the player ratings, which is Stewie Downing. He actually got a 6 for me, but I'll explain in a little bit to why he was so low rated. But let's go from the goalkeeper, Dan Randolph, who I've said before. The guy, for me, is underrated in our Boro team. He's also underrated in the Championship. For me, I'm not saying because he's obviously I'm not saying because he's Boro's goalkeeper, but surely he's got to be up there with one of the best goalkeepers in this league. I know there's a few decent ones, but come on, Dan Randolph is spot on in goal for us. And I think it was yesterday, or should I say, you know, when Stoke had a shot, and I believe it was Berahino, and I think the referee had already blew for a free kick, but he actually saved it around the post anyway and didn't even know it was a free kick. That for me was spot on. And if you're shooting from distance to Dan Randolph, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to score because he's absolutely class. If it's up close, then yeah, okay, fair enough. But from a long distance, having a shot, the guy's like a cat, man. Nothing gets past him. So for me, Dan Randolph gets an 8. I thought he played really well yesterday. I thought he made off some brilliant saves as well. The next one is Dale Fry at right back now. I say right back because, of course, you know, he was playing out of his position. Was he comfortable there? Was he not? Well, I know he got done a couple of times, but give it to him. He's playing right back. It's not his natural position. I thought defensive duties wise, he was spot on. I didn't. I thought he dealt with all his defensive maybe duties well. Players running at him, getting past him. Yeah, okay, that became a bit of a problem. But like I say, man, if he was playing centre back, that wouldn't have happened, I believe. But because he played right back, I give him a 7. I don't want to be too harsh on him. I thought he was all right yesterday, Dale Fry. And like I say, I think he should be in the 11 more often, if I'm honest. My man of the match yesterday and the highest rated player in my player ratings is actually Danny Batth. And she got a 9 from me. I thought he was absolutely superb yesterday. He was class against Crystal Palace as well. And I think after that Crystal Palace game, everyone came out raving about Lewis Wing and Danny Batth, saying them two need to be in that 11 more often. Buzzing to see his name on the team sheet yesterday. I thought he played very well. And like I say, he got a 9 from me. Everything that came at him, he was clearing it. He's putting his body on the line. I think I seen it twice in the first half, whereabouts we got a goal kicking, should have been a corner. I think it was off Benica Forbes' shot. And Danny Batth actually put his body in the line, blocked it, and there's another one from the edge of the box where he put his body in the line again. For me, he's spot on. And now I'm thinking to myself, why is this not? Well, obviously, no, I'm thinking to myself, why is this guy not in the 11 more often? He is spot on defender. So for me, he gets a 9 for yesterday. Like I said, Danny Batth was my man of the match. Close to Dan Randolph being it as well, but I said to give it to Danny Batth. Next to him was Aidan Flint, who got a 7. And what I liked the most about Aidan Flint yesterday was every single time he got the ball, he was just driving into midfield with it. He was trying to push forward the ball. He wasn't trying to hoofball it. At times, yes, he was, not because he was under pressure, but most of the time he was getting it and just trying to drive through the midfield with it, and I thought it was excellent to see from our centre-halves. George Friend's the next one. I got told as well, but I didn't see it at first. Actually, apparently he picked up a little bit of a knock yesterday. He had a little bit of a bloody nose as well. So he gets a 7 from me, but it isn't because of all his injuries. He gets a 7 because I thought he did an alright job, you know. I thought he did well. Left back yesterday. Get him down the flanks well as well and try and create a little bit. So yeah, gets a 7 from me, George. Next one, Adam Clayton. Gets a 7 as well. Again, defensive duties well. Didn't really put a foot wrong yesterday. Mo Besic gets an 8. He actually gets one more rating than obviously Adam Clayton. That because I just thought again, I thought his defensive duties again was spot on. You know, he's unbelievable in his team. More message from me. He's absolutely fantastic, especially in that midfield. He's almost like a sweeper role. A bit like Adam Clayton is. He's so good that he's got more message next to him. Because for me, them two in the midfield, they're class, and they're just, and you know what I mean. Them two are just strong. And 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get past them if you're running straight at the lad. So yeah, for me, more message was spot on yesterday. Gets an 8. Downing, who I love Stewie Downing. I'm not going to lie to you, I love him. I think he's absolutely class. And when Boro bought him back, I was buzzing. You know what I mean? Bought him back £5 million from West Ham United, and I was over the moon. Yesterday, he didn't give me that over the moon feeling. I didn't think he played that well. When Martin Braithwaite got took out for Tavernier, I was saying, obviously, you know, I was saying to Rob next to me and Guesty next to me as well, I was saying, really, that should be Downing going off. As much as I like the guy, and as much as I praise him, sometimes you've got to hold hands up against one of your favourite players and say, he hasn't been spot on today. And yesterday, Stewie Downing was a little bit poor, and that's why he gets a 6. Johnny Howson, he gets a 7 from me. He's playing sort of in that little forward role, almost like in behind Jordan Hugill. And I thought he was terrific. I thought he was getting up and down well. I thought he was getting through the middle. He obviously had a shot in the first half as well, which obviously pulled off a save from Jack Butland. I thought he played well, Johnny Howson, yesterday, 6-7. Martin Braithwaite gets an 8. Again, him, Besic and Randolph for the second highest rated in my team. Martin Braithwaite, first half, defensively, was unbelievable. He was getting back, he was getting forward, he was coming inside with the ball, he was trying to create openings, he was trying everything he could to try and create anything. Second half, he started to grow into the game, he started to hurt the back line of Stoke, and then he got pulled off, and I didn't understand it. He got pulled off shortly after he had that chance where Webber came over the top of the, obviously Webber came over the top of the defenders. He got it on his left foot, put it onto his right foot, and hit it straight at Jack Butland. But for me, I thought a goal was coming if he would have stayed playing on the pitch. He got pulled off, but for me, he got an 8. And I don't think he should have been subbed off at all yesterday. I thought he was absolutely terrific. Jordan Hugill gets a 7. I know he misses one-on-one, and many people are slating him, but if you look back at his performance as a whole, he actually did very, very well. He held up the ball well whenever it came to him to get him on the chest. He was headering it. He was headering the ball to try and flick it onto people around him. I thought he did well. He does go down a little bit too easy for me, and that's something that he needs to cut out of his game ASAP. But apart from that, I think he played well yesterday. The only thing that's frustrating me is the fact that he's not scoring goals at the minute. When he's, you know what I mean? Yesterday was really his chance to show Tony Pulis why he's in the team, why Son Bolonga isn't, and he didn't take it fully for me yesterday. I think, you know that Jordan Hugill from Preston North End that was absolutely smashing into bits. He has to come alive at some point, and at some point in a Boro shirt he's got to come alive. So for me, he gets a 7, and I was a little bit disappointed in the fact that his end product wasn't there. But total play and everything else was obviously spot on. The last two, Tab and Wing, they both get 6s from me. I ain't gonna go into them or anything, or you know what I mean, because they came on, they tried to push the ball well. Wing actually almost assisted to Johnny Howson's nearly goal. He came over the byline right in front of the Boro fans, and he kept battling, flicked off to Johnny Howson, and he obviously pulled the save with Jack Butland's feet to put over the top of the bar. Apart from that, that was really it. But yesterday, I said 0-0, and we go again. Saturday, Wigan, bring them on. We'll see what happens. I know they got beat today by Leeds 2-1, but what more can we do? Boro fans, take care. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to all our social media pages. And make sure to comment your 11 and leave all your player ratings down below as well. Catch you guys again soon. Up the Boro.